Tell me, can you do that in this problem? Because I don't think it can be done.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, it cannot be done.
Yes. So what will happen here is, this equation is given to you. In such a problem where you cannot separate the variables, in this case you assume let z is equal to 4x plus y plus 1. Understood? Because this is creating the problem, you convert the entire thing to a variable. Okay.
Yes.
Now what will happen? Now if you differentiate, you get dz dx. If you differentiate both sides with respect to x, because x is the independent variable, so dz dx is equal to 4 plus dy dx plus 0. Do you get this differentiation? You understand this differentiation?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, what is dy dx from here? Dy dx therefore becomes dz dx minus 4, isn't it? You agree? It becomes dz dx minus 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what you do is, if you call this 1, put it in 1. Putting dy dx is equal to dz dx minus 4 and z is equal to 4x plus y plus 1 in 1. That is, you change the dependent variable from y to z. So what will happen? What is the value of dy dx we have got here? Dz dx minus 4, right? Is equal to, now 4x plus y plus 1 we have assumed it to be z. So z square. Okay. So now what does this become? This becomes dz dx is equal to z square plus 4, where z is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. Now can you separate the variables? Now can you take,
Yes, now we can separate the variable.
yes, now you can separate. So how do you separate? You take dz by z square plus 4, right? So you take you take the function in z to be with dz only, and is equal to dx. Now you integrate both sides. Integral dz divided by z square plus 4 is equal to integral dx. And you give a constant also, or you can give a constant at last also, no problem. That means, how will you integrate this? Dz by z square plus 4. Dz by z square plus 4 is dz by z square plus 2 square is equal to integral dx is x plus c. Now if you remember this integral, I told you will be using this very frequently. Dx by x square plus a square is equal to 1 by a tan inverse x by a. Remember, I gave you the standard integral.
Yes, sir.
We'll be using this. So if you compare if you compare these two, what will you get? A here is 2, right? So 1 by a. Tan inverse x here is z. So you'll write z divided by a, which is 2, is equal to x plus c, right? You understand what I did?
Yes, sir.
Now you
Yes,
can
sir.
write this as half. Now you put the value of z. What was the value of z? The value of z we had taken as 4x plus y plus 1. So you just put it here. Inverse 4x plus y plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to x plus c. So that means now if you multiply both sides by 2, you get tan inverse 4x plus y plus 1 is equal to 2x plus 2c. Now you can take 2c to be c1. 2x plus c1, where c1 is an arbitrary constant. right? You understood the solution?
Yes, sir.
Let us see another problem in this regard. Equations that are reducible to differential variable separable. Solve. The previous problem was from your IC papers. Solve x plus y whole square dy dx is equal to a square. Okay. So we have. Can you separate the variables here again? Tell me just by looking at the problem.
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is not possible. So what you do is you put z is equal to x plus y, right? Because you cannot separate x plus y whole square into 2. So you take z is equal to x plus y. Okay. So therefore what you get here is, if you differentiate with respect to x, you get dz dx is equal to 1 plus dy dx, right? That means what is dy dx?
Yes, sir.
Dy dx is equal to dz dx minus 1, right? So put this in
Yes, sir.
1. So therefore from 1, change y to z. From 1, x plus y we have taken to be z, so z square. And what is the value of dy dx here? Dy dx is dz dx minus 1. Is equal to a square, right? Now can you separate the variables?
Yes, sir.
Now it
Yes,
looks
sir.
like you can separate. Dz dx minus 1 must be equal to a square by z square, right? That means dz dx is equal to a square by z square plus 1, isn't it? That means
Yes, sir.
dz dx is equal to a square plus z square divided by z square. That means what do you get? If you cross multiply, you get z square dz dx is equal to a square plus z square. That means you get z square by a square plus z square dz is equal to dx. Now have I separated the variables? Have I
Yes, sir.
separated z and x?
Yes, sir.
Now we can
Yes,
integrate.
sir.
That means integral z square by a square plus z square dz is equal to integral dx. And you give a constant. Now, how to
Yes, sir.
integrate this? Because see, you have a z square
Sir,
here, you have a z square here, so you add an a square here, right? And you subtract a square. Isn't it? This is how we integrate this.
Yes, sir.
Is equal to x plus c. Now you can separate. What do you get if you separate?
yes, sir.
A square plus z square by a square plus z square
1
minus,
minus a square minus.
yes, well, you get 1 actually. I just did an extra
Yes.
step.
Yes, sir.
dz is equal to x plus c. So you get integral 1 minus a square by a square plus z square dz is equal to x plus c. That means you get integral dz minus integral a square by a square plus z square dz is equal to x plus c. Since a square is a constant, integral dz becomes z. And since a square is a constant, you can take it out of the integration. You can write it as dz by a square plus z square is equal to x plus c. Okay. Now again, the same integral has come. Remember again, integral dx by x square plus a square. Can you tell me, Amir, what is this integral? I just told you.
Sir, it is 20.
1 by a tan inverse x by a. Learn it up. See how many times we are using this integral. Didn't I tell you this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we will just put it. Z minus a square. A here is a, so we will get 1 by a tan inverse z by a is equal to x plus c. That means z minus 1a will cancel here. So you get a tan inverse z by a is equal to x plus c. Now you put the value of z. What was z? Z we had taken as x plus y, right? You put x plus y.
Yes.
Minus e tan inverse x plus y by a is equal to x plus c. Now this does not contain dx and dy, so this is the general solution. It contains, since the order of the equation was 1, therefore you have only one arbitrary constant. Okay, clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is the kind of variable separable that you are going to get. Very, very fundamental example. The higher problems, the more you practice, the more complicated problems you will get. Okay, but these were the ISC standard problems that I have solved. Okay, uh, and I would request you to do a little higher standard problems so that you are able to manage this. Okay, and let us do one more. I think before going to homogeneous equation, you deserve one more example. Again, not a very difficult type, but I think you should participate more in this problem so that you get a small practice. Sin inverse dy dx is equal to x plus y. Okay, solution.
Okay, sir.
So we have sin inverse dy dx. Tell me the first step, Amir, of this. Tell me the first step. Just try. You'll be able to say.
So first we will you
You have a sin inverse here, right?
yes, sir.
So you can write dy dx is equal to sin x plus y. You can write,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
We can take
Yes,
as
sir.
whole as j.
And then tell me, Amir, what should I take as z here? Because you cannot separate the variable, definitely. So what is it that I can take as z?
Sir, whole thing x plus.
Whole thing, what whole thing? Tell me.
Sir, can I take?
Wait,
Sir,
let him tell.
sir,
Let him tell.
Sir, sin inverse dy dx minus x plus y.
Sin inverse dy dx plus x plus y. Which one should I take as z?
Sir,
I will take only x
x
plus
plus
y as z.
y.
Only x plus y. So let x plus
Yes,
y is equal to z. Right? So now differentiate. You get 1 plus dy dx is equal to dz dx. That means dy dx is how much? Dz dx minus 1. Right?
yes, sir.
Now you change everything
Yes,
to
sir.
call this 1. Change everything in terms of z. So from 1, put the dy dx instead of dy dx. We can write dz dx minus 1. And sin x plus y we have taken as z. That's it. Now can we separate the variables?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Now we can.
1 plus sin z. Now what I do is I take 1 plus sin z with dz. So I get dz by 1 plus sin z. And I can write dxz. Now what I do? Integrate both sides. So how to integrate 1 plus sine z? Any idea? All your integration skills will come to play here. How to integrate 1 plus sine z? I had shown you in the beginning only, if you remember. Here, there are many ways, but the most simplest way of doing this is you convert 1 plus sine z to 1 minus sine square z by multiplying numerator and denominator by 1 minus sine z. Clear? Now you understand what I'm trying to do.
Yes, sir.
Dz by 1 plus sine z you can do in many ways. Okay, but this is the most simplest way. Remember, that is why in the beginning I told you that these are a very, very important examples. You should remember these. 1 minus sine square z dz is equal to integral dx. You can simply write it as x. And you can give a constant here only, or you can give a constant at the end, no problem. X plus c. So what do you get here? You get integral 1 minus sine z divided by cos square z dz is equal to x plus c. Now how will I integrate this? You simply separate integral 1 by cos square z minus sine z by cos square z dz, isn't it? Yes?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what is 1 by
Yes,
cos
sir.
square z? It is sec square z minus
Yes, sir.
sine z by cos square z can be written as sine z by cos
Tan.
z into 1 by cos z. Sec z cos z. Sec
Yes, sir.
z tan z, yes. Right?
Yes, sir.
dz is equal to x plus c. Now this is integral sec square z minus sec z tan z
Yes, sir.
is equal to x plus c. Now you separate the integrals. So you get integral sec square z dz minus integral sec z dz, sec z tan z dz is equal to x plus c. Integral sec square z is what? Tan z, right? Standard integral, integral sec
And
square x is equal to. And what is sec z dz? It is sec z, simply. Is equal to x plus c. Now you put z, the value of z. What was the value of z we had taken? X plus y. So tan x plus y
yes, sir.
minus sec x plus y is equal to x plus c. Which is the required general solution?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And so in this way, even if the variables are not separable directly, if you see x plus y plus z, if you see x plus y whole square, or you see 2x plus 3y plus 1 whole square, you simply substitute z is equal to whatever x and y you have, and then you can separate the variables. Okay. So whatever examples I have done, please remember these examples to start with, at least for your examination sake. Remember these. There are more difficult problems which you will come across when you will be solving more. Okay. What I understand is that you don't have much time to prepare for this chapter. So go by what I am teaching you for the time being. Okay. We start with the next category of differential equations. If you remember, what are the categories that I had given you? This one I have already finished here. Variable separable.
Three categories.
Next one is homogeneous differential equations, right? So we start with homogeneous differential equations.
Yes.
Homogeneous differential equations. Now, in order to understand what is homogeneous differential equations, you have to first understand what is the homogeneous function. You have to understand what is the homogeneous function. The definition is a function which can be expressed in the form of function, say, let's say fxy. A function fxy, function of two variables, a function fxy which can be expressed in the form x to the power of n phi y by x, or y to the power of n psi x by y, is called a homogeneous function. Now I'll give you examples to illustrate this. Called a homogeneous function. Example. Let us consider a very simple equation. Let us say, consider this function fxy is equal to x square plus y square. Okay, I want to check whether this is homogeneous function or not. So what I do is, I want to express it in this form or this form. So what I do is, I see that the power of x here is 2, and I see the power of y here is 2, right? So the minimum power that they share is 2. So what I do here is, I take x square
Yes, sir.
common. So what I get, if I take x square common, I get 1 plus y square by x square, right? I'll get this or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, once I get
Yes,
this,
sir.
that means I can write this as x square into 1 plus y by x whole square, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you see this is
Yes,
which is
sir.
of what form? Which is of the form? Which is of the form x to the power of n and some into some function of y by x. Do you see this is of this form or not?
Yes, sir. But
Yes,
sir,
sir.
y by x whole square is there. No?
Yes, but if you take this y by x as say t, then what will this become? This will become
Yes.
1 plus t square. So that this will become x to the power of n phi t. Now you understood? The
Yes,
function has to be, this
So
function
power
has to
will
be,
not take, no?
yes, this function has to be of the form y by x, this one. So here, whatever power of x you
Okay,
are
sir.
getting, that is okay. But this has to be expressed in the form y by x. Clear?
Yes, sir.
You can look at it
yes,
another way also. See, I have expressed this function in this form, right? Now I'll express this same function in this
Yes,
form.
sir.
fxy is equal to x square plus y square. Now I take y square first. Now I take y square common. So what do I get? 1 plus x square by y square. So I get y square into 1 plus x by y whole square. Isn't it? So now what form is this?
Yes, sir.
Which is of the form?
Sir, y square
Y to the power of n
y. Yes,
and
sir.
into
Y
some
to the
function
power
of
n
x by y.
into some function of x by y.
Isn't it? So this is called,
Yes, sir.
yes,
such
sir.
functions are called homogeneous function. Okay. Now I will give you more examples in the next class.